Everybody drinking tonight?
Yep. Yes.
Me too, and I'm happy about it. Had a couple weeks where I had to take some antibiotics and couldn't drink. Yeah, thanks for your concern. But the good news is, you know, everything's better and the burning sensation has stopped. Oh, is somebody just mowing over there? Shit. All right, guys, you ever been at the bar and you walk up to a woman and you say something to them and you just know that the wrong thing came out of your mouth? You walk up to a woman, hey, honey, how you doing? And she looks at you, thank you. And she looks at you and says, hi. And you're like, oh, I really like that perfume that you're wearing. Yeah, why is that? Well, my wife wears that. Oh, shit. So speaking of my wife, little woman over here, she was born and raised in Vietnam and came over here when she was 20, so she had to learn the language when she got over here. So sometimes we play what I like to call verbal charades, where I say something and we try and figure out whether or not she actually understood what I said. We're at the mall. You know how you get, we all have those thoughts in the back of our mind that we really don't like, because it's not who we want to be, but they're there. Okay, we're all adults here. We all know we have these thoughts. And every once in a while, one comes out, and you kind of hope that nobody pays attention to it. Well, we're at the mall, and this woman's pregnant, and she's pushing the stroller. The baby's conked out in the stroller, and two kids are running back and forth. And the words just came out of my mouth. That here's a woman who needs to learn how to swallow. My wife just looks at me and walks away. Okay, that's better than getting hit. All right. So a little while later, we're in the food court, and we're sitting there eating, and I take a bite out of something, and again, there's a family, husband and wife, kid in the stroller, two kids running around, and she hits me on the shoulder and says, hey, honey, look, there's somebody who needs to learn how to swallow. Okay, she got the reference. The husband turns and looks at me. And I'm like, oh, shit, he's big. So I'm like, and he looks at us and goes, evidently, he's pretty damn tired of changing diapers, too. All right. You been in a long-term relationship before? Anybody?
Yeah.
Everybody? Okay, you guys break up, and a couple years later, a little while later, you run into somebody that knows them now. Well, I have an ex-wife. All right, I have two ex-wives. I'm learning. I'm working on my third, and hopefully this is the last one. Hopefully. Someday she really gets pissed at me. But anyway, last week at work, ran into a girl who knew my ex-wife. And we're talking, and I said, oh, do you know Kathy? And she's like, yeah, I know her. She's really a nasty woman. I'm like, oh, okay. And she says, how do you know her? And I said, she's my ex-wife. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. They said that the girls in the office said that my ex-wife could never wear a skirt because if she ever bent over, you would be able to see her balls. Let me rephrase that. She could never wear a skirt because if she ever bent over, you would be able to see her balls. I was with a woman for 12 years. I can't argue this point. This is a woman who is pissed off at the world for no apparent reason. She thinks that, well, because she's short, people don't like her. You know, kind of like Hillary thinks that because she has cankles, nobody likes her. There's a woman who makes, okay, in comparison, she makes a PMSing Godzilla look like a Care Bear. The woman is just, as one of my bosses said, the woman is just a mean woman. But the day we got married in Jamaica. It was a nice day, you know, clear skies. We got married in the beach with our feet on the sand, the sun setting in the background. And just as the preacher said, you can now kiss the bride, I reached over to kiss her. There was a clap of thunder and a torrential downpour came down. Shit you not, okay? I looked at her and I said, this is a sign of things to come. I have never been so right in my life before. Oh, my God. Women, you ever pulled a silent treatment? Just like now? Okay, men, have you ever had, not necessarily a woman you're with today, but have you ever had a woman pull a silent treatment on you? Some honesty here. Well, she would pull the silent treatment for up to 2 weeks. This is sleeping in the same bed, eating, eating dinner, watching TV, running errands, everything. Silent treatment for 2 weeks. And I fucking loved it. Because I could go out drinking with my buddies, didn't have to call, I could come home all hours of the night, I didn't get, where the hell have you been? Nothing. It was great. Go to strip joints, everything. Just loved it. Alright, I've got one thing I want to tell you. Like I said, my wife was born and raised in Vietnam, and I really wonder why she puts up my shit as much as she does. And a couple weeks ago, we're sitting there watching TV, and just as the show's going down into commercial, she starts rubbing my belly. And I'm thinking, cool, I'm going to get some. Hey, at my age, that's a big deal, okay, guys? The volume goes down, and before the commercial comes on, I hear her saying, I'm gonna fart you. And I realized that my wife just looks at me as one big hairy Buddha. Thank you, Cleveland. Good night.